welcome to my channel. This is a video tutorial for a girls homecoming mum backer. The black ribbon is a 2 3/4 inch width and the silver glitter is a 1.5 inch width. As you can tell, I am not attaching the silver glitter in the center of the black. I am making it kind of diagonal, which just gives it a nice little unique look. These soft satin printed ribbons are a great way and inexpensive way to add personalization to a mum. When it comes to attaching the loops, I always take my time and I eyeball it. I do some measuring. I use my scissors to line up through the center to make sure it's lined up. I just really want to make sure that everything's on there as even and straight as possible so it looks nice and professional. Please don't forget to subscribe, push the bell for notifications, and please share my videos on social media. Comment if you have any questions or if you like something, if you don't like something, or if there's any requests for things you'd like to see. Please comment. I will get back to you. And thank you so much for supporting my channel. Now I'm going to attach the second set of 4 loops. So you want to make sure that they line up with the first set in diameter. You could even go in just a little bit, but don't go over. I think it looks better if you make it even all the way around, or if you go in just a hair. You'll probably notice with my mums that I like to mix and match patterns. I just think it makes it look unique and different and personalizes. If you see the orange and black basketball and the black and white check, they just really contrast and look really great together. So don't be afraid to mix and match patterns like that and be bold. Now I'm going to attach another row of ribbons. Sometimes you need 2 rows. I usually do 2 rows of something, ribbons or mesh tubing, something. It just depends on the size of your flower and the size of your backer, so just make sure everything's evened out. These are twisted loops, and you know they've been out for a few years now, but it's still fairly new. I show you how to do it here. I've got a bunch of videos showing you how to do those. They're really easy. Once you get the hang of it, it's really easy to make them, and I think they're a lot more giving the way you attach them. They don't have to be perfect on there, perfectly straight or anything. As long as they're even, like up and down, you're good to go. So I really like these twisted loops. I think they're great. I believe this is a 7-inch flower, if I remember correctly. It has been a couple of weeks ago since I made this. Just make sure that your flower and your backer are even with the amount of ribbons. Really, it doesn't matter if your backer is too big or too small. However you attach the ribbons on there, the loops and stuff, you can adjust them in or out to make it fit your flower size. So just keep that in mind and keep putting your flower on the backer as you're attaching ribbons to make sure you can see them, but you don't want too much space between the flower and the ribbons. If you have too much space, just add another row of ribbons. If you're covering stuff up, then you didn't need that many rows. You guys know how much I love this Deco Mesh Flex tubing. It's so much fun to use. Here I'm just making some loops and attaching it like that. You can run Chanel stems through it and bend it in different ways. I've got lots of videos showing that. There's so many, it comes in so many different colors, and it's so much fun to put it on a mum and do different things with it. It adds uniqueness and personality. So you know I'm all about that. I do suggest, if you are just adding loops like I'm doing here, that you go ahead and form the loops and either just put a staple in it or use a Chanel stem at the bottom to kind of hold it together and then attach it to the backer, because it's really hard to hold it in the exact place where you want it and then get it stapled and hot glued. And I always staple and hot glue them to the backer, always. There will be a second part to this video, so it's like a series. I'm going to show you how I attached all the ribbons and the braids and chains and the process of how I choose where to put everything. Hopefully I'll get that loaded up within a week of this one. It's about 100 minutes of video editing that I have to go through though, so hopefully I can get it up with a week after this one so you guys can watch that too. Here I am securing my mum flower. Most of you that watch my videos already know how I do this, but for those of you who are new to my channel, this is how I secure my mum flowers. This is how I do it every time. This is how I've been doing it since I started mum making. I always run the Chanel stem, tie it off, glue, squeeze the petals around the glue to make sure that all that little knot in the center is covered up. Here's a sneak peek of what it looked like finished. Thanks for watching. Thank you again for supporting my channel in whichever way that you do so. Thank you.